This is the second part of my hunt for the purple-rump sunbird. In my previous video, I photographed a habitat shot of the sunbird in the rain. And now it was time to get even closer than before. In order to do that, I had to study their movements and make a note of the branches that they were most likely to be perched upon. I set out for just a couple of shots, but I came back with way more than I expected. Stay tuned for the photographs and the story behind them. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, do consider subscribing and make sure to hit that notification bell as well. The purple-rumped sunbird is one species that has taken me the most amount of time to properly capture on camera. And come to think of it, it even makes my snow leopard expedition feel like a walk in the park. It's been almost 3 weeks since I've been chasing sunbirds, and in this period of time, it's felt as if I've been shooting through multiple seasons. Heavy rainfall, no rainfall, blizzard-like winds, and sometimes even the occasional pockets of direct sunlight. My starting point to getting that close-up that I wanted was to simply observe the sunbird's flight patterns and the different trees that they'd constantly go back and forth on. Out of the many trees within my sight and outside of it, only the topmost branches of this tree would give me a clear, usable shot. Unfortunately, not all the sunbirds would settle up there, and I had to negotiate angles between the branches until I found somewhat of a clear opening. Here's a female sunbird looking out for signs of danger. When the coast was clear, she'd periodically drink a little nectar and continue to look out for danger. There were a few times when I had sightings that were clear of obstructions, but the sunbirds were perched on a cable instead. I'd occasionally see two of them together, but I didn't take a shot. Any form of man-made elements in nature photographs just completely ruins the shot for me. Whenever it rained, these cup-shaped flowers would fill up with fresh drinking water. The sunbirds pierced the bottom of these flowers to drink it, and the Indian palm squirrels would rip open a tiny patch and gulp away. After several spells of rainfall and overcast skies, there was a brief pocket of sunlight that shone through. All the elements somehow came together, and the male purple-rumped sunbird made its way up to the topmost branches, clear of all obstructions. This was the closest it had ever come to me. I quickly fired some shots on burst mode before the sound of the camera shutter gave me away. The day was eventually coming to an end. I got the shots that I wanted, but as always, it wasn't enough. I kept returning for another week until I had a repeat window of direct sunlight and the sunbird in close proximity. However, with the many branches in between, there was no clear photographic opportunity. I had to quickly find a spot, crouch down, and take the photograph before it flew away. I eventually found somewhat of a clear opening, and to my fortune, this particular sunbird was all caught up preening itself. Preening is important for a bird to get rid of all the dirt and parasites within its feathers. Not only does it increase the feather's lifespan, but it also aids in aerodynamic flight. This was the longest that I've spent with any of these sunbirds, considering the fact that they are so extremely skittery, restless, and just all over the place. I waited with this male until it positioned itself in that one angle where the light would exhibit its glistening iridescent colors. This was the moment that I had been waiting so long for. In the midst of all these sessions, I filmed and photographed another sunbird. Now it didn't quite look like a female, but it also didn't look like a male. Only future visits would have me realize that this was in fact a dude, a little juvenile dude. His adult plumage was basically a work in progress, and I decided to call him Patchy. Patchy didn't seem to be the only juvenile up here, there was another one, and I called this guy Less Patchy. These juveniles could only mean one thing. There are nests nearby, quite possibly in this very tree, but not necessarily. And it's all thanks to Less Patchy that I can visually show you how and why the purple-rumped sunbird gets its name. This vertical portion along its lower back is the purple rump. After countless bouts of uncertainty coupled with unpredictable weather, my hunt for the purple-rumped sunbird has concluded, but for the time being. Next week, I'm going to bring you the wild parakeets of Mumbai. A common subject from afar, but they are an absolute treat up close. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Your support is going to help me build this channel and community and take it a long, long way. See you in the next one.